Well, I might be as smooth as sandpaper, but the Traveler, at least the Traveler has got it locked down. Over 3 years and many characters have been met. But who does the Traveler actually have a chance with if an attempt was actually made? I mean, we all know they're just gonna bounce and leave Teyvat to its ruin at the end, but wouldn't hurt to speculate, right? Since it's Valentine's Day and all, we're only going to look at the waifus today. Guys will have to wait for another day. We'll be looking at this through the lens of ethers, since I'm one of the 5 people who've chosen. And here are the conditions for this tier list. Has the character reached some level of waifu status, be it Hoyo or the community itself? Has the Traveler actually met them? So, no including characters we don't know about. And of course, are they or can they fit into the core roster? So those of the particular Hoyo anime designs, so no NPCs or anyone like that. So fan favorites won't be included here. With that out of the way, let's get into it. Starting with true love making, for those where it's like, I could definitely see it being a thing. Hand holding, love it where it's like, there's a little something there. They can go somewhere, but it's not fully out there. Entanglements, they're messing around, but nothing solid yet. Homies, this is just, plain friends, not doing much. Friendly handshake, for those we haven't really talked to with, handshake is probably the most we'll get out of them. And of course, death by snoo, where any attempt will probably just lead to the Traveler's death. So for this, that means Signora is out, she's dead, and any attempt with that is just necrophilia, I believe. Then we got all the half pints. They're in the guarded class, the protected class. No foolishness with them unless you want to be into certain trouble, as well as Kale, and of course characters we have not met at all in the game whatsoever. We get the occasional letter from Aloy, but truthfully, the Traveler doesn't know who this is. Then of course Dory for Dory reasons. Now with those rules out of the way, let's get into it. First up, we have Barbara, and for me, I like to think as far as relationship with the Traveler is concerned, I think they're only at the homie level. She's just a supportive type. This the hangout event, but it's just more of supporting her a bit. Her love is to the church, going to Mr. Barbatos. That's about it. Also because she's like the idol of the game, so it's like no one can be with the idol that's like against the rules, I believe. So yeah, Barbara is just a homie for now. Nilu, I would say, is also just a homie. I don't have her in my roster, so I can't say how far it will go, but based on the time we have spent with her and the story and such, I think homie level is just where she's at right now. Next we have Kachin, and I would say probably hand holding. Yeah, hand holding seems right for her. There might have been some distance in the beginning, but over the course of these 3 years, kind of a bit closer where you could talk to her more privately, I guess. And there has been some signs of interest from a few dialogue lines. So yeah, I think that's a thing. Noelle, I would say, also goes into hand holding. There's 2 sets of hangout events with her, so there's a lot there. Pardon. I think that's like, so yeah, I think the Traveler has a chance there. There's a mutual attraction there. Next up we have Beidou, and there's actually been a lot of contact with Beto. I think it's like maybe they could start out as homies, but maybe there's more. I think there was some mild fluctuation in one part of our hangout events, but maybe not too much to go on. So I think I'll leave Beto as a homie for now. Alright, Faruzan. I would think of putting Faruzan in homies, but there's one line she had from a Sumeru event. I was like, are you suggesting what I think you are? And it was like, maybe of doing some kind of upskirt shot.
We're here as specially invited guest commentators. Our job is to record what happens during the competition.
Is that so? In that case, I'll have to trouble you to catch the moment of my triumph on camera. Remember to shoot from behind at a lower angle. You know, to capture a seniors class.
I was like, what? That's just out of pocket. So I was like, I'm moving her into entanglement. I don't know why she would bring that up, especially to you, but you can't trust Granny. Granny's up to something. Next up, we have Spos, and we have spent a very bit amount of time with her. I think she's the Traveler is like one of the people she could talk to comfortably. You know, it's just a homie. Nothing serious. Her love is for science. Next up, we have Jean, and I think I would want to put Jean in handhold. I think she might be open to the idea, and it didn't help that Lisa tried to set something up at one point. So I think Jean's at a hand-holding level. And we all know why. Okay, next up we have Official. And we actually got closer to Official story-wise. To a point, like, she drops the Official persona and goes back to being Amy for a bit sometimes around the Traveler. So for that, I think I'll put her in hand-holding. There are some lines that show she has some interest, so it's like, it's there. So there's a chance. Amber, I would say, is a homie. You know, there's no flirting or anything with Amber. It's like, it seems to just be like friends, very platonic. You know, that's just the way I see it. Yeah. I would put Dea in homies, but there's a lot that happened between her and the Traveler where there are certain events. Then of course there's the only one to say farewell with us before we move to Fontaine. So I think hand-holding might be better. You know, there's also lines of being seen as more than just friends. You know, I think it was like maybe comrades or something stronger, but you know, she's the tough girl. She may not, you know, admit fully. Candace is hand holding. There's just a straight line that says just hold her hand. So just hold her hand. Xinyan, I would say. Xinyan is definitely a homie. You know, or she wants to just rock out with all her vows. That's fine. I definitely would put Rosaria in the homie level. You know, you're finding a few people she can talk to comfortably as well. It's like, again, I like those at the church or whatever. Doesn't mind getting a drink with you from time to time. Yeah, so chill, very homie-esque, I guess. Next up is Shenhe, and I think I'm gonna put Shenhe in the true love making spot, because you know there's no hiding it with her. She's very direct, and you know when it came to the traveler, it seemed like it was a very I like this one, I want this one, I'm taking this one. That's what that's the vibe I get from her. It's like she's like, no, this one. And then during the Shan Yu's story event, find out that Shan Yu wants to take you out. You know, she gets paid. She's like, hey, why don't we go out? So it's like, yeah, I think there's a strong vibe there. Yelan, I am definitely going to put in entanglement. The reason that is that there's a particular line where she asks, what do you want her to be to you? And that's a pretty long list, so it's up to us as the travelers to decide, well, what do we want Yelan to be? So I'm sure the Yelan mains have already chosen what they want her to be, but you know, for everyone else, it's time to decide. Ningguang, sorry, pardon me. I'm gonna say perhaps entanglement, only because there's the one part of her hangout where yes, she spotted with the traveler. It's like, oh, are they together? It's like, does that matter? It's important. Pardon me. Well, what's that part? I don't think Ningguang's against it. You know, whether it be a power move or true interest, I don't know, but that's where I feel she should go. Layla, I'm gonna say is a homie. We're just trying to help her relax during her school time. You know, one more breach, hope to breathe. You know, shout out her worries. No, that's nice. That's the homie. Mona, entanglement. You all know about the letter in the particular shots that Hoyo gave us that first year. Yeah. Ayaka, I'm definitely thinking she could be hand-holding, but her interest in the traveler is sincere. I would say true love making possibly, right? It's possible. You know, there's no fading interest. Like, it's so open and obvious. Like, everyone can tell. Then we have Alakino. And I would say that's a death by Snow. I shouldn't laugh at that. Because, you know, while we are on good terms currently with her in game, you know, that doesn't mean she still doesn't have our obligation to Tui and us, you know, not on the same side fully. So if Traveler ever makes a move, that's pretty much his ass. You know, you should take advantage of that. You know, just saying. Then we have Kudosara, and I'm gonna say friendly handshake, because we haven't spent much time with her. We've seen her events, but not for very long. It's always just, you know, her on duty or whatever. You know, I'm surprised we haven't gotten to hang out with her, but you know, I think I can understand why. You know, if there's one thing she loves, it's her excellency, the almighty Narakami Ogosho, God of Thunder. That's where most of her love lies, I believe. Next, we have Kuki Shinobu, and that's just a homie, you know. You know, Ito in the game, the Artari game, that's family. But you, I think you're his friend. It's just a homie with the chill and not give her as much of a headache. Yunjin, I'm going to say entanglement. There is some flirtation between you guys. Even one during, I forget which event, where you're supposed to help some NPC with a house, I think, or something, whatever. It's like you could talk to them, but if you go and talk to the Eugene instead, it's like stop with you know, with the flirting or whatever, saying you want to talk to her. It's like, no, we do that later. Go. So it's like, okay. So I'm gonna say entanglement there. It's like not just exactly like hand holding like dating, but it's like nah, there's still the flirty flirts are there. Then we have Charlotte. And Charlotte, I would say, is a homie. Definitely interested in us, for stories and stuff. But I don't think it will be any progress more than that. The relationship is strictly platonic. Then we have Navia, who's a partner, but not in that way. I would say is homie. It's a mutual relationship. We're just there to help. We got each other's backs. That's what that is. And then with Ganyu, I would say, I think Ganyu might be at hand holding. I think there's some moments where you could ask about it if she's available, and she has a shot like, oh, why would you ask her anything? I'm not, getting all flustered. So I think 3 years I think it's possible. Shangli, I think, is a homie. She just loves to cook for everyone. That's her passion. That's her drive. I don't think it'll go further than that. Next, Eula. I'm definitely gonna put Eula in some kind of entanglement, maybe. Because Eula's not the best expressing herself. And some of those letters we got in this were like, I'm not all to our traditions. We would do a dance, but I'll do a dance for you. She's done the dance for the traveler like several times. Like, okay, what signals are you trying to send there? Kiara, we haven't seen much of Kiara. It's just that one TCG event, so I think it's just a friendly handshake for now. It was pleasant, but not much to go on. Hutao, I think, is the death by Snoo Snoo. Why? Because she'll think it's funny. It's like, oh, let's just go out and then boom, yeah, you're both dead. It's like, what happened? It's like, hey, isn't it lovely? Now it's all together forever. It's like, yeah. So that's just me. Also, because I kind of know a person like that in real life. It's like my life might be in danger around this person. Yoimiya is definitely a true love making to your character. There's only so many firework dates and moments you can have. It's like, okay, it's like, is this one of Hoyo's favorite girls? I like to think so. Shepard is definitely a homie. Even though it's short times, she's like very chill, like outside work or whatever. But she doesn't forget to meet up with friends or anything. It's like, that's very interesting. Find about her. It's like definitely a homie. She's got your back if you need her. Speaking of having your back, Shen Yun. I know everyone was going mommy at the start with the recent Lantern Rite and her story quest. This isn't mommy. This is mother. She takes care of all of us. So that's like the homie. She's got our back. That's support. I don't think there will be any flirtations or winkety winks with the traveler anytime soon. Then we have Yaimiko, and I would say Miko's an entanglement. Whether it be for fun or some kind of power move for her, showing dominance or whatever, that's where I get from me, because we don't know. It's these kitsune as going by folklore. It's like, it could be dangerous. Then we have A, who I would say now maybe you could say on a homie level after getting her back into the open or whatever. Just seeing how the citizens work. But this is for playable characters, right? And we don't play as A. We play as the Raiden Shogun, and the Raiden Shogun is not someone who was made for relations. The Raiden Shogun was made to rule. So any type of love, they ended our doom. So, you know, if the traveler tries to go with the right Shogun, that might be death by snoo. You know, she might be mechanical, but some don't care about that. But death is a high chance there. Next we have Kokomi, and not much of Kokomi actually. Like, we do know that you know, they feel better when the traveler is around, but I don't think that it's like a romantic type of feeling. I don't think. Maybe it's just that, you know, they feel at peace because that's one person that's not looks to them as like, oh, the head priestess or the general or anything. It's just you know, a friend. So I'm just gonna put homies for Kokomi for now. Faye, I'm definitely gonna put at the hand-holding level. She's definitely open to dating the traveler, and kind of hits in this just one letter that's just like date. It's like, okay, it's like, yeah, Faye's definitely someone's interested, but trying to play off like, nah, I don't, you know, maybe. It's like, no, we know. So hand-holding level. Next we have Lynette, and I would say Lynette is definitely a homie right now. So you could chill with Lynette, you know. Definitely a familiar bond, I think, story-wise, as they said. But, you know, that's not really stopping Linny, I think. But, you know, yeah, homie for Lynette. Next is Farina, and I definitely want to say it's definitely a homie. I don't know why I placed it there, whatever. It's just placing whatever. You know, it's like, we're just mostly helping her get back on her feet, and then just, you know, let her chill as a regular human, not as a Archon. No flirty bits yet. You know, they do have some, you know, back and forth or whatever, but I don't think it's gonna escalate. Yeah, you know, anytime soon. It could, but you know, you never know. Shiori is definitely a friendly handshake. You know, just met her, and you know, you didn't get to talk to her all that much. But, you know, on decent terms at least at the moment. So definitely just a friendly handshake from her. The same for Chlorine. All our actions with her, story-wise, has just been business. You know, after the whole flood thing, we haven't seen her, so who knows where it can go. But right now, there's definitely a friendly handshake with her. You know, there's no beef, as we would say. And yeah, I guess that's my tier list of, you know, travelers' possibilities with any of, I guess, Genshin's current waifu roster, right?
Hold it!
While editing, I just remember about Skirt. I think I forgot about her only because she kind of looks like a Honkai character. I don't think for Genshin, but I guess that fits for her being out of world. But anyway, if I were to place her, I would say probably Death by Snoo. You know, I'm sure she has like a high bar that if not met, she'll just kill you. So, seeing how she treats a child, I don't think the Traveler fares any better. So, Death by Snoo for Skirt. And with that, truly the video is now complete. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.